Hello everyone. So, okay, I'm really going to try to be good about this year. When I get a thought, I'm going to try to make a video and upload it. And like, you think that would be really easy for me, but it's not. Because like I always get distracted by too many different things. I'm like a little squirrel. I go here and there and everywhere. And then sometimes I'll make a video and then I don't like it. But anyway, this is just going to be one of the daily thought things, and these are not going to be every day. It's just going to be like the thoughts that I have in my daily life. I feel like that's a little bit like of a misnomer title, but I don't care. So one of the things that I was thinking about this morning was how important it is to not, my mom calls it navel gazing, but overthink about yourself. Because the truth of the matter is, and we're so funny as human beings, because we fight this internal battle of wanting people to like us, and it became really apparent to me this morning. Please let me in. Okay. It became really apparent to me this morning when I was sitting with one of my kids, and she was crying. She's a very easily upset kid. She's not my kid. She's one of my dancers, but we were at camp, and she's just a fussy girl. She's just got a lot of, she's very sensitive. She's very sensitive towards other people, actually, which is good. Like, if you have sensitivity, you need to be using that towards other people. So she, if she sees someone who's upset or anything like that, she's always the first one to go over and check on them and everything. But she really has a hard time with people's energy towards her, and so she becomes very defensive, very I guess what I would call needy for attention, which I think is one of those things that we as human beings, we just naturally are needy for attention, even if we say we're not. And then the problem with that becomes, you can either, if you get bad reactions from people, you can shut out all people. And there's this state where you have to get to where you are okay by yourself, like actually okay by yourself, not hating people, not, like enjoying being by yourself and enjoying just your own company. And I think one of the things that I've been thinking about lately is like, most of the time I'm very free with myself. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I really do believe that you have to have the best relationship possible with yourself. And I think one of the things that has been troubling me lately is when you start thinking too much about yourself and how you can fix things, because I'm a fixer and I like everything to be perfect. I want things to be perfect. And I felt like I was being a person that I'm not with myself, like I was pretending with myself. And sometimes like things are just going to throw you off a little bit, and you're not going to quite feel yourself. Maybe that's, because it could be anything. It could be like something you ate and it didn't agree with, your brain chemicals. It could be, it could be something that's going on with, a friend. It could be something that, it could be the weather changes. There's so many different factors. And then for me, I have to throw it on top of there, illness, and then just keeping myself mentally in check, And I think it's really frustrating. I'll link this video. Melanie Ann Ahern, she just put out a video called How to Become Yourself Again, or something like that. But it's so true. Like, sometimes I'll wake up and I just feel like a different person, and it freaks you out for a moment. And then you have to talk yourself off the ledge and go, no, like, this is the truth. And that's why you can't live by your feelings. You have to live by your knowings. It's very important. Feelings are wonderful, but they'll go all over the place. But I was just really thinking about how much you enjoy life more when you quit always looking in the mirror at yourself and over-analyzing yourself and thinking, am I doing this right? Am I doing this perfectly? Because the thing is, you're never going to live your life perfectly. You never will. You never, ever will live your life perfectly. And you're not going to be perfectly, I think one of the things that I've been really focused on lately is like my interactions with other people. Because I've gone through like all these different trainings and things, and like I'm gearing up for the new school year, and like I've reconnected with some people, and just anyway, so just like you get so focused on, I want everything to be like perfect, and I don't ever want to make a mistake, and it's just not gonna happen. Like, you're gonna make a mistake, it's fine, and I think that's what's hard, is that you have to, like, as a perfectionist, you have to take a breath and say, it's okay. Like, I will fall flat on my face. Some people just aren't going to like me. I'm not going to like myself some days, and I will make mistakes. And I think that's just a hard thing for a perfectionist to come to terms with. But when you let go of all those things and you start once again interacting with other people as though they are more important than yourself, then that is when everything kind of falls back into place. When you're focused too much, because this is, I don't know, I go back and forth, I guess, about how to interact with people. Sometimes I think of it as though they are not really there and I am responsible solely for how I interact with that person. Other times it's like I'm not there and they're solely there. But I think the main thing that you have to think about is not having the way that someone interacts with you be the biggest factor about how you feel about yourself. You have to be able to take a step back. So whether that's my students or my family or my friends or whatever that is, and I think what's hard is that I really don't like to frustrate people or to fall short, but I do all the time. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, of course you're gonna drive somebody up a wall. It's, yeah, that's daily life, and so I think taking a step back, and especially with my family right now, there's just been so much stuff that's been going on and I want to handle everything so perfectly, and then everyone's like, quit trying to handle everything so perfectly, stop it. It's annoying, and then you have to think about it. Oh, yeah, that is because I'm not, at some point I'm not being real, and then I'm not being real with myself because, I'll be walking around and I'm like, I don't even like myself right now. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? And so, getting to that place where I'm okay with failure or I'm okay with not being perfect is very difficult. But once and I've been really, really working on it. But then see, this is the thing. It's like, well, then can I be perfectly imperfect? No, you can't do that either. Oh, okay. So it's just, you have to just embrace the fact that you're going to fail. Like point blank, you're going to fail. And so, yeah, but there's been so much opportunity for me to grow this past year, just like with business and with finances and with projects and with relationships, and just so many different things are on my plate right now that it's like I feel like I'm at this, like at this table, and you don't want, it's like I don't know, it feels like a fancy meal and you don't want to mess it up, and you like go to a restaurant and you're like watching everybody and you're like, okay, I really don't want to mess this up, but it's okay. Like, that's not the point of everything. The point of everything is not to mess up. The point is to try, to learn, and to grow. So I would just really encourage you guys to stop doing the perfectionistic thing and just release it and let it go, especially if you can pray about it, especially if you can turn it over to God and just be like, God, you're the only one who's perfect, not me. I cannot be. And I'm not going to be perfectly imperfect either, I am going to mess up. I'm going to hurt people's feelings. I'm going to drop the ball on something. That doesn't mean that it's like an excuse to do that. Of course not. We want to try our best and we want to do the best that we possibly can. But you have to stop trying to not fail. And the reason why I brought up that girl at the beginning was because she said, I'm trying so hard to be nice. And I said, yes, but you're expecting something. And she said, she kind of got this look on her face and she was still really upset about it. But I think that's the thing too, is like, you have to just go into everything without really having that much expectation from it. Not that there aren't certain things, like if you enter into a business contract with someone, you better shoulder up, if you if you're entering into something where it's like a mutual agreement with people, then that's very important, so but just in daily situations, not expecting so much of yourself and not expecting so much of the world around you. It will release you, and so that you can actually just enjoy what's going on. So those are my thoughts for today. I'm sorry I went to 10 minutes. I meant to cut it at 5, but whatever. So I will try to keep the times short because I just feel like, it's important to be concise. So I will see you guys soon. But yeah, that's my thought. Just quit navel gazing, look ahead, give it over to God, and stop trying to be perfect. The world is not going to be perfect. It never will be. It never will be perfect, unfortunately. So, but mistakes give us chances to grow, right? They give us more chance to grow. Here we go. Okay. All right. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.